Hey guys, Gizmoddict here and welcome to the first episode of Tech News. Now I don't know what I'm gonna call these series, maybe Gizmo News, Tech News, I don't know, drop your suggestions in the comments. But this is a new thing that I'm trying where I want to give you guys daily or weekly tech updates. I want to tell you what all things are going around in the tech industry and things like that. So if you guys like this idea, please vote in the poll here. And if not, maybe if you don't like this idea, do let me know what else can I do if not tech news. So you can vote in the poll here and also let me know your suggestions. But as of now, let me get started with the first episode of Tech News. So as you all know, the biggest news of today is the fact that OnePlus has finally announced OnePlus 8 and OnePlus 8 Pro, and the US and the UK pricings are already out. The OnePlus 8 starts from $699, whereas the OnePlus 8 Pro starts from $899. And I actually published a video in the morning talking about these phones, explaining their pricing, their specifications and everything like that. And also we've discussed their pricing in India. So you guys can watch this video here. I'm gonna link it here. So go click on it, watch it, and then let me know your thoughts about the OnePlus 8 and the OnePlus 8 Pro. As of now, OnePlus has not revealed the Indian pricing. They are teasing it on their Twitter page, but everyone is still hoping that OnePlus is gonna price it a lot more aggressively in India compared to the US. I don't know, I think we might see a price tag of around 48,000 rupees, or maybe if OnePlus can remove the 5G components and get it under 45,000, I don't know. Let's see what happens and when the Indian pricing comes out. But apart from this, actually all the US and the UK reviewers have put out their reviews, comparisons and everything. So I'm going to link a couple of them in the description box. And Jerry Rig Everything has also done his durability test for the OnePlus 8 Pro. You can see the video, I'll link it down in the description box. But basically the phone has passed his durability test and there is no major concern with respect to durability on the OnePlus 8 Pro. And there shouldn't be any concerns because now it's a $900 and $1,000 flagship. Moving on to the next news, the next big launch that has happened is from Honor, and the Honor 30, Honor 30 Pro and the Honor 30 Pro Plus are finally out in China. The Honor 30 gets the Kirin 985 chipset, whereas the Honor 30 Pro and Pro Plus get the Kirin 990, and all of these phones support 5G. All of them also get AMOLED displays, but the 30 and the 30 Pro have a 60Hz display, whereas the 30 Pro Plus has a 90Hz display. And there's a lot of cool things that Honor has also done with the cameras, so I'm just gonna pull up the spec sheet right in front of you. You guys can pause it, have a look at it and understand what every phone offers. Basically there are three phones now, 30, 30 Pro and 30 Pro Plus. If I talk about the pricing, the Honor 30 is going to start from 32,000 rupees. The Honor 30 Pro will start from 40 to 43,000 rupees, and the 30 Pro Plus will be above 50,000 rupees. So the 30 Pro Plus is going to directly compete with the OnePlus 8. After that, I want to talk about this interesting Xiaomi phone that has popped up online. It's called the Xiaomi Comet, and it's apparently an engineering sample or a prototype that a user has got his hands on. So according to the user, there has been only like 3-4 phones of the Xiaomi Comet, and it actually has an IP68 water and dust resistant certificate. The phone has a very weird range of specifications. They are very low end. So Snapdragon 710, 4GB of RAM, 2900 mAh of battery, 64GB of storage, and this phone has a 12 megapixel primary camera and a 2 megapixel secondary camera. So the specs sound very low end, and it looks like a prototype smartphone that Xiaomi must have made before their Black Shark lineup and all of those things came up. You can see the photos, it looks like a very rugged military style smartphone which Samsung used to do with their Galaxy Active series. So yeah, I think this might be an old phone which has just popped up online now, but it's still very cool to see a Xiaomi phone with an IP68 certification. Next news comes from iQOO. So as you all know, iQOO Neo 3 is the next big smartphone from this brand, and it's gonna launch in China on 23rd of April. But the company has already teased a couple of details. So you've got Snapdragon 865 on this phone, UFS 3.1 storage, 144Hz refresh rate on this phone, and recently we've got to know about the design of this phone as well. As you can see, you've got a punch hole cutout on the top right. So you've got a punch hole screen, and this will be an LCD screen because 144Hz at AMOLED would be very expensive. And if we were to see the pricing is tipped at around 32,000 rupees. So for 32,000 rupees, you'll get a 144Hz refresh rate, Snapdragon 865, UFS 3.1, 144Hz display and 5G. So I'm really excited for iQOO Neo 3. I hope iQOO brings this to India as soon as they can. And the only thing that we don't know about this phone is the cameras, but that we can wait until the launch event. The next news once again comes from Xiaomi. So Xiaomi's AirDots 2 were teased a lot online. We saw some certifications and things like that, and Xiaomi has finally announced them as the Redmi AirDots S. So if you don't know what Redmi AirDots are, they are a very entry-level, truly wireless earphones that Xiaomi made. I actually have a pair of the original ones, and they sell for roughly 1000 or 1100 rupees in China. So Xiaomi has launched an upgraded variant of that which has better pairing capabilities, because the original ones that I have had a lot of issues while pairing. So this one has Bluetooth 5.0, better pairing option. It supports your voice assistants and things like that, and you can also play, pause, skip and all of those things. I don't think there is any major change in terms of the sound quality. The sound quality was decent for 1000 rupees, and I actually have my original Redmi AirDots. So if you guys want to see a review of that, do vote in the poll here, because honestly not a lot of you guys are interested in the truly wireless earphones review, because I did one for JBL and Realme and the response was not that great. But still, if you guys want to see a review of that, vote in the poll here, because they only cost like 1100-1200 rupees. So the next news is about the Nubia Red Magic 5G. So this phone was initially available in China, but now it's available globally, and there are two variants of this phone: 8GB RAM, 128GB storage, 12GB RAM, 256GB storage. If I talk about the specifications of this phone, the specifications are actually quite cool. You've got a Snapdragon 865, the refresh rate is at 144Hz. You've got 4500 mAh of battery with 55 watt charging, and you've also got the Sony IMX686 sensor as the camera. If I talk about the pricing starts at $579 and at $649 for the two variants, and now it's available globally. There are no news of the Indian launch as of now, but basically a lot of people globally can now buy this phone. Next news is for all of you Pokemon fans. So Razer, the company that makes laptops and smartphones, has recently announced their new pair of Bluetooth earphones, truly wireless earphones, which they launch in China for $120. And the most intriguing part about these earphones is that they are based on the Pokemon design. So the earphones themselves are yellow in color, and they have some design relating to Pikachu, and the case of these earphones is a Pokeball. How cool is that? So these are going to launch in China very soon for a price tag of $120, and this is absolutely a delight for any Pokemon fan. I remember watching Pokemon when I was a kid. I was in school. I used to watch it on Cartoon Network. So if any of you guys have seen the cartoon, please vote in the poll here. I want to know which of you guys are Pokemon fans and which of you guys have never seen it. If you've never seen it, please watch it. It's one of the best things about my childhood. After that, let's talk about Nokia. So there are rumors about this new Nokia flagship, the 9.3 Pureview. And the rumor suggests that Nokia might pick a 108 megapixel camera. As you all know, the last Nokia flagship had multiple cameras on it, so there are rumors that this new phone will have an 108 megapixel camera along with a 64 megapixel sensor. So I can't wait to see what Nokia does with the camera. And apart from the cameras, actually this phone will also sport a 120Hz AMOLED display. You will get 5G, all of the top end features will be there on this phone, and it's slated to launch in the second half of this year. So let's see what Nokia does with it, because there are rumors that they might do an under screen camera or a pop-up camera. Nokia phones are actually not that bad. It's just that their team is not working hard enough when it comes to pricing or when it comes to marketing their phones. They are very good with updates. I have a Nokia 7 Plus for 2 years now in the house, and it's getting updates so regularly that most of the other phones don't. So yeah, Nokia phones are good, but they still need more push, and I'm really excited to see what they do with this flagship, and I hope that they bring it to India. After that, let's talk about some statistics of the smartphone market. So in China, the smartphone market is now normalizing to what it was before the coronavirus crisis. Compared to February 2020, in March 2020, Apple and Xiaomi have reported a lot more shipments. So their sales are resuming to normal now in China, and slowly the smartphone sales are getting back to where they were. So in China, things are recovering, but here in India or in US or in UK, I don't see things to get better anytime soon, because we are still struggling with the curve. We still need to flatten it, and we still need to get a lot of people recovered. So I don't think the smartphone industry is going to recover from this loss anytime soon in all of these countries, but in China, things are normalizing now. Now finally, I want to talk about the Realme TV, because so much has been spoken about this. Even Realme has teased the Realme TV, and it should be coming sometime later this year. So recently, a couple of variants of the Realme TV was spotted online. So there was a 32-inch variant and a 43-inch LED variant of the TV, and it comes with Bluetooth 5.0. So this seems to be the budget lineup of Realme TVs, because there are also talks that Realme is making a 55-inch QLED TV, and it's directly gonna compete with Samsung, LG and those brands. So I think Realme is going to bifurcate into two segments. One will be the budget segment with LED panels, 32 inch, 43 inch, 55 inch maybe. And then they'll have their flagship level things where you'll have the 55 inch LED TV and maybe even a 65 inch. I don't know, but Realme TVs will definitely launch soon. Maybe because of the coronavirus, things have been delayed a little bit, but it will be coming later this year. So yeah, basically these are all the news that I had for today. If you guys like this concept of tech news, please support it, please like it, please share it with your friends, and do let me know your opinions about it in the comments. Do you want me to continue it? Do you want me to not continue it? Please feel free to give your honest opinion in the comments, and I'll read all of them and respond to them. As of now, thanks for watching this video, and I will be back in the notifications very soon. Peace.